Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and I am wearing the perfect shirt for this article, because I got one of my Ninja Turtles shirts, so that's Chick Stick Ninjas. Talk about the Ninja Turtles! I don't know why I'm making that comparison verbally, so. Anyways, in this video, we're going to dive into what is the Ooze. Pretty much being the thing that transformed the Turtles into mutants. So let's give this a read. When looking back at the beloved long running franchise, their initial justification can be a bit silly. Some magic McGriffin, alien experiment gone wrong, or interference from another dimension changed everything and plays into every character's story. For the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, there's central plot device is a shimmering green liquid known as Mutant Ooze. I've heard a few times where they call it the Ooze Mutant, but 90% of the time I heard them calling the green stuff Ooze. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came into popularity almost 40 years ago. The franchise was undergone so many unique phases over the career of that one fan can have a completely different experience than the next. One element that has been present in almost every iteration is the Mutant Ooze, which is almost always the start of the story. Where did the Ooze come from? The first iteration of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Mirage comics by George Eastman and Peter Laird. George Eastman? Don't they mean Kevin Eastman? Pretty sure the first iteration was Kevin Eastman. His name is Kevin, not George. Anyways, the Mutant, by the way, he's going to C2E2, which is March 31st to April 2nd, and I'm going to be at C2E2 on March 31st. Throwing that out there. Anyways, I'm talking about Kevin Eastman. Anyways, the Mutant was the origin of the Turtles, Splinter, and others. It reappears in almost every other iteration of the story. In most examples, its origins is tied to the Ultron aliens or their front company, the Techno Cosmic Research Institute, or TCRI for short. In many iterations of the story, the Mutant isn't the initial creation. It's often a result of improper chemical waste. Multiple dangerous chemicals mixed together to form a glowing green ooze, which has wandering effects on any living thing it touches. Beyond the broad strokes, there are various explanations of its origins. The Mirage comics imagined the Mutant as a result of a chemical waste. The Ultron crash landed on Earth sometimes in the 80s and worked tirelessly to get themselves to their home planet. The excellent 2003 cartoon, which is the Turtles I grew up with, follows that the example almost exactly. The 2012 cartoon eschews the Ultron's quest to get home, instead imagining the Ooze as a common material in Dimension X. They added that it only has a current effects when exposed to Earth physics. The term mutagen and ooze are used interchangeably in most versions of the story, but the more recent IDW comic draws a line between them with a new backstory. In that continuity, ooze is natural resource in the Ultron homeworld that must be refined by human scientist Baxter Stockman into mutagen. So Ultron intended it to function as a super soldier serum, but it didn't work out. Frustratingly, the 1987 cartoon simply didn't explain the Ooze's existence. Yeah, from what I've seen, because I didn't watch the entire series yet. I'm still why do I have this on? Yeah, they never really explained the Ooze. So that's interesting. How does the ooze work? The effects of the mutagen also vary based on the continuity. The original Mirage comics demonstrated that their mutagen increases the intelligence, size, and strength of any animal that exposes to it. The 80s cartoon added a bit of nuance by depicting what happens if it hits a human. A person exposed to mutagen combines of a genetic level with the last animal it had contact. This version of Splinter was, for example, is the combination of a man named Masayoshi and his pet rat. Most versions of the Ooze that have appeared since the original cartoon have used both interpretations of its power. The 2012 cartoon adds the details that the human who hasn't recently interacted with the animal will likely be melted by acid goo. The most recent Rise of the TMNT cartoon added the need for DNA in every exchange, almost every exchange, and depicted its effects on plants. How does the ooze fit into the movies? Which I love the '90s film. That's the first thing that I was going to say. The '90s film trilogy has a completely different explanation for the ooze. The TCRI company, here renamed TGRI, still accidentally created the ooze as a result of an accidental chemical waste. However, this iteration of the story doesn't feature the Ultron aliens. This fits in with the very common '90s trend of toxic waste playing into larger narratives. In addition, the ooze has slightly different effects in the films. The ooze still has the usual effects on animals, but it now acts as a powerful performance-enhancing drug when given it to humans. The film depicted by Jordan Perry, specializing with the ooze for different cases, once intentionally reducing its intelligence enhanced ability to create more subversive monsters. The Shredder consumes mutagen. It turns him into a hulking monster, not unlike Bane's Venom Serum. And I mean Bane as in the Batman villain Bane. For those of you who aren't too comic heavy, he doesn't appear to be fused with any particular animal. He's just bigger and stronger now. The ooze is a key part to almost every TMNT project. The Turtles and all their mutated friends need some sort of catalyst, and the ooze has been the go-to answer since the beginning. Arguably, over 40 years and countless new iterations, the mutagen ooze has been the most consistent element of the narrative. Aside from the personalities of the four turtles, it's the most common fixtures. Its effects and origins might change a bit here and there, but the mutagen ooze is a key MacGuffin of every version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Without the mutagen, they would just be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and who will watch? I mean, people who still watch, probably, but the ooze keeps it more interesting. So I like this explanation of what the ooze is. I really do. I dig it. With me, if I was touched by the ooze, and keeping in mind the whole last animal who I touched, I'll get transformed into the last animal I touched. I'd probably be turned into an orange tabby cat, a mutant orange tabby cat. Because, as you guys may know, I got an orange tabby cat named Nemo. And I love him to death. He's like a son to me. And with the logic of turning into the last animal I touched, I will most likely turn into a cat. Probably an orange tabby, to be precise. And that would be both cool and scary. cool because cats are one of my favorite animals, mostly because I feel like I've been like forced into like becoming a cat person pretty much because I've been having cats since I was like one. Nemo's my third cat, so like I was bred into being a cat person practically. Not complaining. So yeah, yeah. But in terms of like going back to topic, because this is a niche video, not a cat video. I actually like I said, like this explanation that they gave for the Mutant and how it works, and talk like referencing there's different iterations. I kind of wish that they also referenced the '03 turtles. That's like the only like sad like only thing that I wish that they brought up. That and it's Kevin Eastman, not George Eastman. Might want to fact check, like, go back and do the spelling error. But what do you guys think about this article? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you fellow musicians later. Later, taters.